And I was thinking as Phil was speaking there, I think we talked about finding our purpose. I think part of what the Lord's trying to show us is sometimes it's more about recognizing the purpose He's already given us, that maybe we didn't recognize it for what it was. And so it's not so much about finding something out there. Kind of like I think Phil mentioned recently in a service about we're looking for an answer for God to work, and we're looking over here because we think that's what's going to happen, and the answer is coming from some other way we're not looking. It's kind of like that with this. We're sometimes looking for something or some event or something, and yet it's all around us every day. I think we have up at work in one of the buildings, somewhere, one of the hallways, and where there's a thing up that says something like great opportunities to help people don't come up very often, but small opportunities are around you all the time, every day, to help people. It's kind of like this with what we're talking about here this morning. These opportunities to be His hand extended, a word of encouragement, a hug, a listening ear, somebody who just cares. I mean, this world is desperate to find those very kind of things that may sound simple, but we can be that for each other. We can be that for people. It's like he was talking about starting where we're at. And we look at ourselves sometimes and say, well, I can't do anything or don't have anything. Sometimes I think we're guilty of being like the guy who we gave the one talent to. We see the guy who got the 5 and the guy that got the 2, and they're just putting them to use. And they didn't come up with that money. They were given that, and they're just putting it to use. And we're seeing, oh, yeah, well, sure, they can do it, but I only got this one little, what am I going to do? And it's easy to bury that thing in the ground and just say, I've got my own things I got to worry about. I couldn't do it even if I wanted to. God deliver us to help us see. If He gives us one talent, praise God, put it to use. Let's just, in faith, say, I want to use this for your glory. He has given us that privilege to conduct business, if you will, in His name on this earth. We're His people. That's a wonderful privilege. Showing His love to people. I tell you what, it makes a difference, because this world doesn't have that. There's people looking for that can't find it. A simple act of kindness, a word of love, a expression of the fact that we care. It makes a big difference to people. I just praise God for this morning. Thankful that He's equipping us to be His people in this hour and showing us what we need as we need it. Praise God.